Audio check. All right, we're back as promised. About an hour later, it was a nice time. We went out and um, someone swung out and got us some fish sandwiches uh, from a restaurant, and we ate. We had some cake, saying happy birthday. Not necessarily in that order. Excuse me. And yeah, had a nice time. And now we're back. Cheers. I am uncharacteristically having Pepsi. Due to the occasion. And Fusion's here. Welcome, Fusion. Fusion has redeemed. Hello, I'm new to stream. Well, welcome, Fusion, to our stream for the very first time. Every time. Again. And Fusion has also redeemed Hydrate. Very well. Cheers. Finish, you have less than 1 hour. Why less than 1 hour? But hopefully we'll finish it in less than 1 hour. Potentially we could finish it in like less than 10 minutes. So we've been making some really amazing progress today, Fusion. We started the day with 9 bosses. And we fought against the Sanctuary Guardian. We died quite a few times. Then we fought against Knight Artorias. We died quite a few times, so we got pretty close on our first try. Then we fought against, let's see, Pinwheel in the Catacombs. Then we went into the Tomb of the Giants and fought Grave Lord Nito. And we actually did not die. I don't think we died at all in the Catacombs or the Tomb of the Giants. We basically one-shot the entire, both locations. Then we went to the Demon Ruins, and we fought Ceaseless Discharge. We actually died to Ceaseless Discharge a couple times. Then we went to Lost Izalith, and we beat, what's her name? The Bed of Chaos. Oh, we also fought Seath the Scaleless. He was actually the first boss we fought after we got out of the DLC. And then we fought the Kings of New Londo and beat them our first try, which was pretty crazy. I didn't know how long that was going to take. And so now we're here. All we have left is the final boss, Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, and we're done. We'll have conquered the entire game. Again. So, let me make this announcement for those who are just getting here. We have a special announcement at the end of stream. Actually, it's a package I'm going to open. Oh, that's cool. Even has her own logo. Yes, I got a package in. I will open this on stream at the end. What else? Oh, and this is a multiplayer stream. I said that earlier today, though we didn't have anyone join us. But yes, if anyone would like to join us, for the first playthrough of a Souls game, I always like to play solo. I want to preserve the challenge. But this is our 4th playthrough. So if anyone wants to hop into multiplayer and help me defeat Gwyn, you're more than welcome to. If not, we'll do our best solo. While I'm here, we can try... We'll pull the Leo ring to boost counterattacks. And we'll go to it. Welcome back, Gamer Knight. I hope your trip back was safe. Safe and sound. Oh, let me put on my earbuds. But yes, it is time for us to finish the game. I really had my doubts as to whether or not we'd be able to pull this off. 9 bosses in one night. And our first stream... What was our first stream? How long was it? I don't think it was that long. I'm pulling it up now. It was 5¼ hours long. So in 5¼ hours, we beat 8 bosses. That is crazy to me. That is absolutely crazy. And we would have kept going, but... Today is my mother's birthday, and so I excused myself from stream for about an hour to head out and spend some time over there for a bit. We'll be spending more time together on Saturday, but today is the actual day of her birthday, so went and sung her happy birthday, had some cake, had some fast food, and now we are back on stream. Healthy fast food, though. Fish sandwich. Ooh. I'm getting pretty good at this. I guess I should be getting pretty good at this considering it's the 4th playthrough. But I think I only started running through them... What was it? I think I only tried to start running through them on our New Game Plus playthrough. Whatever. Nope. He did it. He swung it slow, but I parried too soon. At the beginning of today's stream, well, our first stream, I said there were only 3 bosses in this game that I was really worried about. The Sanctuary Guardian, because the Sanctuary Garden is, I would say, overall the most powerful boss in the game, because it can do everything. It has range, it can fly, it's tanky, its attacks do a lot of damage. It's an all-arounder. It can inflict you with a status ailment, it can poison you. It's just all around a really tough boss to beat. I was also anxious about, what's the other one? Oh, the Ghost of New Londo. Because we spent 4 hours trying to kill the Ghost of New Londo in our last playthrough. It was that hard. And Gwyn, to a lesser extent, the boss we're trying to fight now. And Gwyn, because Gwyn is a boss where if you're skilled enough, he is perhaps the easiest boss in the whole game. If you're not that skilled, then he can be a bit of a challenge. For me, this is sort of like another boss where it's either you have to be skilled or lucky, and I'm usually lucky with him. So if he swings his sword slow, and sometimes he does, sometimes he doesn't, but if he does do it slow, then it's a lot easier to parry, and then I can riposte, and then I just rinse and repeat until he's dead. But it is completely dependent upon him swinging the sword slow. And so it's just, it really does for me just come completely down to RNG. If he just starts swinging the sword slow and he just keeps doing it over and over and over again, most likely I got him. If at any time he decides to change that up, I'm probably dead. And so that's one reason why this boss fight is not only hard, but it gets harder in further playthroughs. Because if you're counting on the parry method to work, it will always work. But in each new game plus, he has more HP. And so that means you're going to have to parry him and riposte him more than the previous playthrough. I don't know why I just rolled. And that also means that you're going to have to count on getting lucky more often. So instead of killing him in maybe like 10 riposts, maybe you have to kill him in 15 riposts. So that means you have to count on him swinging the sword slowly 15 times instead of 10. And yeah, you're pushing your luck even hoping for 10. So we'll see. Again, if anyone wants to hop in and help me in multiplayer, you are more than welcome to. Actually, I might even prefer that. Oh, I rolled again. That's so messed up right there. I was gonna say, like, I didn't even get the riposte. Nope! Oh, he got me. I should have rolled to the side, not backwards. And I'm dead. You helping disgusting. We've already conquered the challenge solo 3 times. I'm fine with help on the 4th. And I was watching Colette, another streamer who I started following probably within the past month. And she was playing Dark Souls, and she hated this run. The run to Gwyn. And she made a very good point. This run is not a bad run. It's very short compared to other boss runs. You can actually run past all of the enemies, and it's not even that hard to do so. But what makes this run so annoying, not even annoying, it's just you really just get to hate it after a while, is that the amount of time you spend actually fighting the boss can sometimes literally be seconds. Like it can be under 10 seconds. And the run itself takes a few minutes. It feels like a few minutes. It feels like it takes around maybe like 3 or 4 minutes. So it's like you run 3 or 4 minutes so that you can die in less than 10 seconds and then spend another 3 or 4 minutes running all the way back again. And it gets to you after a while. Like, it feels... Oh my gosh, I gained nothing from that at all. It feels irksome. I thought I might pull it off that time. I wonder if it was the knights behind me through the fog gate that killed me because they were attacking through the fog gate. Because it looked like the attack that killed me wasn't from Gwyn. They can't? Oh yeah, they can. You're just getting wrecked? I know, I know. I have... I have abused, to some extent, attacking through the fog gate in both Demon Souls and Dark Souls. And I have also had it done back to me in both games. Via AI-controlled enemies. And if you were to watch the stream from earlier, you'll see that we did that in the Tomb of the Giants. It's a really easy way to kill the Black Knight there. But you have to be careful because he'll also attack you through the fog gate. The only benefit is that you can keep your distance, you can back up and heal when you need to, and it's you who sets the pace in that scenario, in an attack situation. But yes, you can totally attack and be attacked through the fog gate if you're close enough. And I'm dead. So again, I ran for like 3 minutes to die in like less than 5 seconds. And I gotta do it again. this is the one boss. Well, maybe not just this boss, maybe the Bed of Chaos as well. But this boss and maybe the Bed of Chaos are the two bosses where I wish there was a bonfire, like, right outside the boss room. So that every time you die, you can just go right back in and fight him again. Because the run is just, it gets excruciating. Like, the run from, or to the Bed of Chaos is definitely longer, and it's way worse. And the boss is worse, because it really is a crapshoot. It's again, just really just down to RNG. But at least with the Bed of Chaos, like, you can hang back if you want to and try to, like, analyze things. Especially when you first, like, drop into the boss room. And try to think about how you want to approach a situation. Kind of, like, plan your strat. And you can't even do that in this boss arena, because he attacks so quickly that he really can just kill you super fast. I feel like one of these times she's gonna, like, uh-oh. I think the only time they can't hit you in the fog wall is when you're, like, literally... Whatever. I'm dead. Riposte or... I'm dead. He won't riposte. And I'm dead. I parried him twice, but I couldn't get the riposte in. Now I gotta do it again. I was thinking earlier, like, maybe I should slow my progress a bit. Right before I killed Bed of Chaos and go try to do Solaire's quest. So that he could help me for this final battle. But I thought, no, that would take a long time. Like, I would have to go to every area he spawns and talk to him. And just doing that alone would take at least half an hour. Maybe more, probably more. Because I'd have to fight some bosses that I would normally have to fight just to talk to him. That's like an extra 2 boss fights. So, I didn't want to do that. But it probably would have made things easier on me right now. Harry's getting the best of me? Yes. It's like, first I have to get lucky that he slow swings his sword so I can get the parry in. And then once I try for the parry, I have to get, like, to actually get the parry, because just because he swings the sword slowly doesn't guarantee me getting the parry. It's just a higher likelihood of me getting the parry. And then once I get the parry, I have to also hope to get the riposte. And then, once I pull that off, I have to hope to do that again, like another 12 or 13 times until he's dead. So, there's a lot of hoping going on. And I'm dead. I'm not sure when to parry him when he lunges at me. Like, I try to parry right as his sword's gonna come at me, and I feel like every single time I miss. Like, I hear the sound of his sword hitting my shield, but I still take damage. I'm gonna try parrying, like, a lot sooner than I think I have to. And see if that does anything. I mean, I feel like I'm just gonna parry and swing my shield before he even gets to me, but maybe I'm wrong. You know, I just thought that even if someone wanted to help me fight Gwyn, I don't think they could. That just occurred to me. Because that means they would have to have basically unlocked everything in the game and just not killed Gwyn themselves. And if you've gotten this far in the game, you've probably killed. The only people who probably would not have killed Gwyn are people who want to try to engage in PvP, or people who want to help other people, and so they've basically just killed everyone except Gwyn. So if anyone ever needs help anywhere for any boss, they can just go there without having to unlock areas all over again. Okay, here we go. Now. Nope. That didn't work. Alright, now heal. Spam heal button. Nope. I rolled backwards again instead of rolling to the side. Whenever you roll backwards, he can always grab you. I'm dead. I was hoping that he'd swing it slow again. It's just, it's a roll of the dice. If he would have swung it slow, there's a good chance I would have gotten the parry. Ah, well. Ah, well. There goes half my HP. Why would you do that? I'm dead. I hit the wrong button. I went to repost, and instead of reposting, I healed. That's so aggravating. That is so aggravating. Ugh. It's like I wanted him to attack, I just pressed the wrong button. See? I didn't even have a chance to run away from the fog wall. I had just finished loading through when he, like, stabbed me. Crap. I should have went with my instinct. My instinct was when I parried, and then I tried to riposte, and it didn't work. I just hit him instead. Right after that, I should have just tried to run to heal. Had I gotten that riposte in, I would have been able to heal again safely, and then just rinse and repeat, hopefully, and that would have been game. But for whatever reason, the game decided that I couldn't get the riposte in. Maybe because I was too far away. Maybe that's why. I'm not even sure what caused the distance between him and I. But it looked like the last time... maybe I walked back? I don't know. Actually, I did walk back. To get away from the fog gate. I should have just tried to run. I don't think I would have gotten away, but I could at least try. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that was. I almost ran right off the edge. Another 3-minute run to die in less than 5 seconds. I think what I'll try doing when he jumps at me is I'll just try and roll out of the way, because I just can't get the timing down when he lunges at me. I've tried parrying early, I've tried parrying late. No matter what I do, he still hits me anyway. Like, I cannot get the timing down. I have no idea when to parry. It just doesn't make sense to me at all. So I'll try to evade the lunge if I can. Like, I'll try to roll through it, and then I'll try to start fighting from there. I think I've only parried his lunge like once in 4 playthroughs. Nope. I tried rolling through it, didn't work. And I tried running away to heal, that didn't work either. Wow. That stunk. I'll just let him kill me. Alright, Creepy. How you doing? Creepy has redeemed. Hello, I'm new to stream. Well, welcome, Creepy, to our stream. For the very first time. Again. And cheers. Had one parry down, I did. We are on the final boss, Creepy. Earlier today, in like 5 hours, we killed 8 bosses. All we have left is the final boss, and we are done completely with Dark Souls Remastered. And we've been trying to kill this boss now for 50 minutes. And the run back is very short. It's just that we keep dying over and over and over. The very first person. The very first night. No, I said earlier, it's just Pepsi. I don't drink soda that often anymore, but it was a special occasion today, so I made an exception. Are they still chasing me? Yep. At least one of them is. I wonder if... once I get in there, if I can use Great Heal and... the act of me using the miracle might give me iframes so I don't have to get hurt with the lunge attack from Gwyn. We'll try it if I can make it in there. Nope. I'm getting ready to unhollow myself and try to see if I can summon somebody. Actually, that wouldn't even work because when you can't just summon someone. You have to like unhollow and then someone else has to have put their symbol down. I mean, there might be people just hanging out waiting to help people kill Gwyn. I don't know, but I find that unlikely. What am I drinking? I am drinking Pepsi. you too. It is nice to have soda every once in a while. I'm shocked I'm alive. No, I was alive. Delicious chemical compounds you're drinking, creepy. Enjoy. Did I end up finding a way to read chat or fix what was wrong yesterday? It's not something that I can fix, but I can work around it. So there's different solutions that I have available to me when it comes to like Wednesday streams and reading chat. So what I was doing was using the PlayStation chat. I was opening my PS4 and launching into my channel and using that to read chat. And that works typically, but it has its limitations. And that the PlayStation 4, I think, can only display like 100 chat messages. And once it hits that cap, that's it. It won't display anything else. You have to like back out of the channel and then relaunch the channel, and then it'll start displaying messages again. But yesterday, there was only like 5 messages in the channel, and it just chose not to display any more messages. So it's like the Twitch app on PlayStation is good if all you want to do is just watch the video or listen to the audio. But if you want to follow chat, it's not that reliable. And so I have some other workarounds. One is that I can use my phone, but the screen is kind of tiny. So, Another one, the one that I'm leaning towards, is I can read an article entirely, and then I can toggle back to OBS as I talk about the article, and that would also allow me to see chat because I have a dock for chat and a dock for redemptions within OBS. And so that way I can just keep bouncing back and forth between the web browser and OBS. And then the last thing I could do would be I could... No, I'm not going to get a laptop. The last thing I could do would be I could use a dual monitor setup. And so with a Steam Deck, you can make it so that the Steam Deck acts as a second monitor. In fact, by default, that's how it's set up. It's set up so that Steam Deck is your actual monitor, your main monitor. And whatever other monitor you connect to it is like your second monitor. And I've made it so that whenever I hook up my Steam Deck to my monitor, it like the Steam Deck monitor turns off, and everything is directed through this bare monitor. But what I could do is I could just go into settings, probably turn it back on, and then I could set it so that the Steam Deck screen stays on, which the Steam Deck screen is much bigger than my smartphone screen. And then I could just have like OBS on that screen, and then I could have the web browser on my main monitor, and that would allow me to keep track of everything. So that's another option. That would be maybe the more complicated option, because I've never used a dual monitor setup before, but it might be the most efficient thing, the most efficient way of going about it. So I might try to tinker with that this Sunday. Creepy runs 3 monitors. Ooh. Nice. You have at least 2 for work, 1 for scripted notes, and 1 for recording software. Most PCs have options for it. Yeah, the Steam Deck has the option. I just, like, I don't know. I don't know. It feels weird to me, like, trying to use 2 monitors at once. It just might be something I have to get used to. I'm just gonna go try to hit him. I'm not gonna parry this time. I'm gonna two-hand my sword, and I'm just gonna try to tank him. Which may not be that successful, but I at least want to see if I can do it. Or how close I get. Because if I can hit him twice and stagger him and deal good damage, then maybe I could just hit him twice to deal some good damage, and then when he staggers, I could try to, like, run away and heal if I have to, and then wait for him to get close again, and then hit him twice again to stagger, and then just run away and just keep doing that over and over again until he dies. Maybe that would work. I feel like he's too strong for me to use my shield to block his hits. I feel like the only thing I can really do is to either go completely offensive or to try to be as defensive as I can, but there's no real in-between with him. That was my goal! Just to hit him twice, that was it. And then run. Uh-oh. I'm dead. Yeah, I was able to roll through the lunge attack and get a good distance away from him, but then he did another lunge, and I thought the rock was going to stop him, but it didn't. It didn't block line of sight between he and I, and so he was able to just fly right past it. That's irksome. I'll try it again. Now run. Run again. Okay. Jeez. He pulled off a 4-hit combo and I died in 3. I don't think my strat's gonna work. He kills me way too fast. And I can't get away from him, I can't stay away. He closes the distance way too quickly. Once I had near full health, I was gonna run back at him and try to swipe at him, but whenever he swings his sword, it grows. The range of his attacks is... I think it's like the longest range of any sword-wielding character in the game. I'm gonna have to go back to parrying. Hello, Ratika. How are you doing? I don't think Gwyn can be backstabbed. You're good? That's good. If he can, that would be pretty awesome. I've never seen anyone backstab him. I think because he's a boss, people just assume you can't backstab him. I don't think you could backstab Artorias, but then I also never tried to backstab Artorias. Yeah, that is something else I was thinking about earlier. I could try switching up my shield. Which, I mean, Gwyn is an enemy where even switching my shield might not be any kind of guarantee at victory. Just because while there are shields that can block 100% of physical damage, there's no shield out there that can block 100% of fire damage. And so he will still hit you. He will still deal damage even if you're blocking with any... I don't know why I just did that. I got lucky. It worked out for me. I meant to go through first and then heal. He killed me as I was drinking the flask. I didn't even have time to heal. I'll try it. Two-hand smack, two-hand smack, circle, smack him again, and then dodge 3 times. And then rinse and repeat. Okay. I forgot to check if I'm wearing the right ring. I think I'm wearing the wrong ring. I am wearing the wrong ring. Going for that strat where I'm attacking a lot and dodging a lot, I should have faster stamina regen. And I have that ring on me, and I thought I had it equipped before I started this run, but I didn't. So I'm starting this run off at a pretty big disadvantage. Half health in the wrong ring. Ugh. I tried rolling through all 3 of those, and he still hit me. Alright, well now I can equip the right ring. I might also try to... I didn't mean to do that. I might also just try to see if I can tank him again. He does a lot of stamina damage, or stamina depletion. But the Chloranthy Ring puts it back very quickly. So I wonder if I can use that. We'll see. Wow, he caught me in the air. These enemies are so strong. A Black Knight here can two-shot me. That's crazy. Actually... Well, that was the guy with the greatsword. I was gonna say the Black Knights are actually stronger than Gwyn. Gwyn has to hit me 3 times. They only have to hit me 2. Parry to victory. I've tried, Ratika. I spent the past 50 minutes trying to parry to victory. And it's gotten me nowhere. Except, well, it's gotten me a lot of deaths. I'll say that. We've been trying to fight this boss the entire stream. Which, granted, the entire stream isn't that long. It's only like an hour and 17 minutes long. Oh. But so far, Gwyn is taking longer to kill than every other boss we've fought in the game so far. Oh, you were turtling. I think I'm just gonna go back to trying to parry again. The only difference I'm gonna make to my strategy is for the lunge that I can never parry, I will roll and then I'll just try to parry the rest and hope to get lucky. And we'll re-equip the Leo ring for added parry damage. Gwyn always tends to get the better of me. I've said before, when it comes to certain bosses, I can beat them and they're kind of easy for me. When it comes to other bosses, they're hard, but they're hard on like a different level of hard. Like it's not my skill that beats them, it's just RNG, it's luck. It's complete 100% luck. With something like Artorias is not hard. He's punishing, but he's so patterned that if you learn to read his tells, he's actually a pretty easy boss. It's just that he's very punishing if you screw up. And that's part of what makes fighting him fun. But enemies like the Bed of Chaos and enemies like Gwyn, when I beat them, it is 100% luck. Like, it has zero to do with any kind of skill I may have. With Bed of Chaos, I just have to get lucky that I don't get swept off into a hole. And with Gwyn, I just have to get lucky that I can parry. And it always feels kind of like, ugh, when you have to win by luck and it feels like there's no other way you can beat a boss. But, like, sometimes that's, like... Sometimes that's, like, the only way I can do it. Spam heal. And I'm dead. Gaping Dragon's very scary. I don't think we've ever died to the Gaping Dragon. I don't think we have. That's it. I'm going to pop a humanity. Reverse hollowing. And I'm gonna see if there's any player that I can summon to help me. Though I feel like I'm more likely to be invaded and killed than to find someone to help me. But we'll see. I could be wrong. Hopefully I am wrong. No summon signs. BRB clock in time? Alright, creepy. Whatever. That is... I didn't have time to avoid that at all. That was just instant damage. And I wasn't able to riposte. I wonder if I can cast Wrath of the Gods as he's lunging at me and that would, like, push him out of the air. I feel like that wouldn't work again. I'm not even going to try that. That would work against him. Maybe if he weren't a boss, that would work. But I think the only thing that would do to him is he would take some damage from it. But I don't think the pushback would affect him at all. One more riposte would have done it. Just one more. My luck ran out. So close, yes, so close. At the end, I thought of just swinging twice wildly, because that would have killed him as well. But he's so fast that I felt like the first hit would probably go through. My first hit would probably go through. But then he'd pull off like a quick 3-hit combo and I'd be dead. So I thought like the better thing to do would be to just wait and hope that he would slow swing again. I tried to roll, wasn't fast enough. Didn't even make it to the boss that time. have clocked it. I can't really run either. I just have to stand there and just hope to get lucky. That's all I can do. If I run, he catches me. I can't get away and heal and then re-engage. I literally just have to get lucky. Wow. But then I knew that. I've gotten lucky every time fighting Gwyn. It's just the longer he stays alive, the more hits it takes to kill him, the greater chance that your luck will run out. Turtle up? No. I never learned to do that. Maybe in a future playthrough, that would be cool. Like in a future playthrough of a different Souls game, I could choose like a soldier, or I could build a soldier class. Where like the entire game, all I do is just use like spear and shield. That'd be pretty cool. But I don't think I've ever used a spear in any Souls game. And I don't really want to change up my weapon or my shield right now. And I don't feel like that would even really help me. Like, I really do feel like it has zero to do with my skill. Like, I really do feel like it's 100% luck. Like, it has nothing to do with me at all. It's just, if the game decides I win this time, then I win. If the game decides I die, then I die, and there's really nothing I can do about it. Ugh. It's rough. Greetings and good luck, Sir Orfeo. He is lurking. Thank you, Marcusor. The only sword that might help me here, the only thing that might help me here might be, and it's not even fully upgraded, might be Server. Server is a great sword where every time you inflict damage, you restore your health by a portion of that damage. I don't know how much, but you get some of it back. And so if I had that fully upgraded, then I could see, like, maybe that working. Like, every time I parried and got off a riposte, it would heal me. But all that would do is make it so that I wouldn't have to use an Estus. Sever? No, it's called Server. It's weird. If I die again, I'll show it to you. At first, I thought it was like a joke weapon, because it doesn't even look like a greatsword from the icon picture. To me, it looks like a spatula. And so I thought that's what it actually was. I thought it was like a large spatula. But no, it's actually a greatsword. Smells like tomorrow will be the day? I hope so. I feel like I don't know what's gonna happen if we don't beat this game tonight. Like, we could try making this part of the 18-hour stream. But then part of me would be worried that this could literally be the entire 18-hour stream. It's just me fighting Gwyn. And that's not like a happy thought. If it takes 18, it takes that long? We will see, we will see. Yeah, same the Snail Master. It does take me a long time to get through some games. It's just discouraging compared to, like, what happened earlier. Like, we had 9 bosses to go. And I was thinking about it, like, I don't know if we can really get through 9 bosses tonight. Like, 9 bosses is a lot of bosses. And, within the first part of our stream, within 5 hours and 15 minutes, we beat 8 of the 9 bosses. That was, like, amazing progress. And now we're, like, almost on 2 hours for this one boss, and it's like, this is crazy. Like, we made amazing, like, we've made the best progress we've ever made in this game in terms of boss fights earlier today. And now it's like, this one is like, it's the last one, it's all we need. And it feels like it's taking so painfully long. When he does the 3-hit combo, that's it. That's game. He does it so quickly, I just can't parry it. Maybe I shouldn't try to parry it. Maybe... Well, no, I can't even do that. No, that's not a smart idea. I was gonna say I could just try to block it, but he does it so quick that the reason I can't parry is because he does it before I can react. So even if I tried to raise my shield, I wouldn't be able to raise my shield in time. The second hit he does in that combo is slower and I think is parryable, but I always get the timing wrong. And I don't know how I'm getting it wrong. I don't know if I'm doing it too soon or too late. I've done it, I've messed up on it, I think every single time, and I have no idea what I'm doing wrong. And then the last hit is the overhead swing, and by that time I have such little health left, I think even if I were to block it, he would kill me anyway. But assuming he doesn't, that's still a slow swing. I feel like maybe that could also be parried. Oh no. We did it! Oh my gosh. Soul of Wind, Lord of Sin. Oh my gosh. Yes, thank you, Creepy, for that bit of advice. I followed that. Defend until the last, then parry. I said earlier, when he does that 3-hit combo, there's no way I can defend against it, because the reason I can't parry it is the same reason I can't block it, because he does it so quickly that I can't react. But I can try to defend against the others rather than parry. What I didn't know is that it was a 4-hit combo. I thought it was 3, which is why after he did the quick stab and then he did the slow sweep, I blocked that one. Then he did the overhead, I blocked that one. And I thought he was done, which is why I lowered my shield. And then he did the other one. I was like, oh no. But he did it slow, and so I tried to parry, and that worked. But yes, if it wasn't for that bit of advice, Creepy, I would have died. And had to run back. So thank you very much, Creepy, for the advice. I followed it, and thanks to you, thanks to RNG, and thanks to other people here in the chat, Marcusor and Fusion, for your encouraging words and saying, well, if it just takes that long, then it takes that long. Just keep going. Just keep pushing through. Thanks to you all, we were able to defeat Gwyn, Lord of Cinder, tonight. Oh, my goodness. And this means we are done. We have done it. We have finished Dark Souls Remastered in its entirety. And we're on a hype train? I've never had a hype train before. What? Let's see here. Creepy says, defend until the last, then parry. Yes, yes. 3 more pokes, 2 more. Oh, wow, he took a lot less damage from that. Yeah, I took a lot less damage when I blocked. I thought I was going to take significant... I mean, I know the shield that I use blocks like 95% physical damage, but he deals so much damage that I thought I would still, like... I thought the overflow would just still kill me, but no, I didn't. I barely took any damage while blocking, so that was pretty cool. And thank you for the Congo Rats, Creepy. I appreciate it. Yes, says Marcusor. Ooh, lots of dancing emotes. GG's, easy clap. Thank you, Fusion. Thank you. And thank you, Marcusor, for the bits. Only took you 47 minutes after that initial hour I gave you. Yeah, it almost took us 2 hours. Though that is still 2 hours less than it took us to beat the Kings of New Londo in our last playthrough. It took us 4 hours to beat the Kings at that point. And thank you, Creepy, for the bits as well. Hype. Oh, thank you for all the hype. We can smash level 1. Maybe if not, then I still appreciate it. Very nice. Thank you, Ratika. Thank you. Oh, and Creepy gifted a sub as well. I appreciate it. Congratulations, Gamer Knight, on the sub. Also, thank you, Gamer Knight, for being here. Gamer Knight was cheering me on in the stream from earlier and well, I was gonna say tonight, but also now. Oh, yes, thank you, everyone. Let us go on ahead and rekindle the fire. Repeat the cycle. It is finished. We did it. 2 Souls games completed in their entirety. Demon Souls and Dark Souls Remastered. Oh, what is this? What's going on in the chat? No, Creepy redeemed Hydrate again. Very well. Cheers, Creepy. We're on Hype Train Level 2. Thank you, everyone. And Marcusor subscribed with Prime. Thank you for your Prime, Marcusor. I appreciate it. Yes, thank you very much, everyone. It was a very hard-fought fight. I felt like at the end, I still feel like it was largely luck as to why I won, but I felt like some skill was actually starting to slip in there. Like, me making the realization that no matter what I did, I'm just not skilled enough to parry the lunge attack. And so I just stopped trying, and I started rolling through it instead, and I am able to roll through it pretty successfully. Not all the time, but I'm able to more successfully roll through the lunging attack than I am to parry it, and so that helped save me some HP. And then there was the grab attack that Gwyn tries to do. I learned that when he tries to grab you, if I roll backwards, he still grabs me. But if I roll to the side, if I try to roll around him, then he misses. And so that helped. And then the last bit was creepy, was offering me that tip where when he does the quick combo that always kills me, the first move I'm always going to take because it's too fast. But instead of trying to parry the other hits, just raise your shield and keep it up and just block. And then the last swipe, the fourth swipe, which I didn't know existed, but I do now, it swung so slowly that there's a good chance you can parry it. And so just try that. And yeah, I felt that's what those things combined, along with the morale boost due to the everyone in chat keeping me company and sort of cheering me on, that helped me to beat Gwyn. So it was a group effort, and I do appreciate it. Thank you. And Creepy answers the question of the week. Watching any spooky movies this Spooktober? Creepy answers no, but I am doing poems every day this month. Very nice, Creepy, very nice. I think I might actually venture out to the movie theater this month to see one. I've never played the game, but I believe it's October 27th. I may not go on October 27th, but on October 27th drops the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, and it's going to be live action. I know the basic premise of the game, and I am a sucker for movies based on video games, even if I haven't played the video game. And so I would like to go and check it out. What is the 27th? That is a Friday. Maybe I could go on a Friday, catch a matinee if it shows in the afternoon. Well, no, that would interfere with RPG afternoons. Well, if it showed really early,
yes,
if it was like
indeed.
10 a.m., I could go.
The dark sign brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate. We did it.
3 days busiest day. Oh, and I just noticed Marcusaur has subbed for 6 months. Half a year, Marcusaur. Thank you again. Okay. So if I don't go on the 27th, I might go on Monday or Tuesday of the following week. That'd be October 30th and the 31st. I could go the 31st. That's a Tuesday. Halloween is a Tuesday. I typically don't stream then. Alright. I want to get to the first bonfire to put some stuff away. I'm not even sure how much that really matters, considering that, you know, we're done. But who knows? Maybe one day we will come back to this. Do another playthrough of Dark Souls. If we do, we are probably not going to continue with our paladin here. We might choose a different class or something. But who knows? Maybe we will one day revisit our paladin, and if we do, then we shall have him ready to go. Okay, let's put back the Leo ring. And then let's put away Gwen's soul. Oh, Homeward Bone. Kinda forgot I had that. It's pretty funny that I even have the Leo ring. Out of all these rings, the Leo ring is the hardest ring to get. The Wolf ring is in the Darkroot Garden. You have to kind of go off the beaten path, but you can get it. The Hawk ring is near the blacksmith in Anor Londo. You just have to get around the blacksmith or kill him. The Hornet ring is right behind the grave of Sif, where you have to go anyway. Only the Leo ring is hard to come by. You have to kill Super Ornstein. So we are very fortunate to have done that actually twice. So I could get this ring, and that was very useful in beating Gwen. Oh, and Creepy suggested a poll. Should Orphea enjoy his Halloween day? Yes, absolutely yes. Probably definitely yes. And fourth poll option, that is also yes. Well, you have suggested it, and so it shall be done. You shall do the poll. Let's see. Oh. Sure. And I will also share the package that I received today with everyone. I am excited about that. Though, I will tell you now, it has not really anything to do with gaming. Yes, I got a package in the mail. It is right next to me here. And I will open it on stream. Or if you don't, keep your pants on. Okay. There we go. 2-minute poll. Oh, in the mail, yes. In the mail. Alright. So I shall open my package. I shall show you my package. And then I'll give my final thoughts on Dark Souls. So yes, this is the packaging. This is actually a person's logo right there. And the person's name is Janelle Nabong. And I've mentioned her on stream before. She has become my favorite music artist. And the way I found her is on Twitch. She has a YouTube channel and she streams. And I was trying to... I know it was late at night. And I was trying to see if anyone I knew was streaming, and they weren't. So then I went to the categories that I normally follow on Twitch, and it didn't seem that there was really anything interesting going on there. So I was like, well, I like music. I guess we can try the music channel. And so I went in, and that's when I found Janelle. And, I started hearing her music. She plays piano, ukulele, guitar, and she has a great voice. I love her songs. They're sort of, for the most part, slower, emotional songs, which is my favorite kind of music. And yeah, I went ahead and I ordered her album, and that is what has arrived. I think I'll cut the tape instead of peel it back. Oh, the poll is finished. Let's view the results. Absolutely Yes has won. Well, there we have it. Thank you for those who voted. You gotta space the smiley face and the link. Oh. Thank you for that. Yes, I think I typed it in, and then I hit Shift-Enter to create another line, but I don't think Stream Elements recognizes the return space. It only recognizes, like, the space. Just a moment while I fetch instrument here to sever the tape. Okay. But here's the box. So, she does all her own packaging and her own shipping. There we go. And I'll give her a shout out right now, in case anyone wants to actually just post her link. Well, no, I'll do the shout out, I guess. Kind of the same thing, really. There we go. And from there you can find her YouTube channel and you can find her VODs. Maybe you'll enjoy her music as well. I am interested in what was sent. I've never seen packaging like that before. like it has a whole bunch of like little crumply cardboard pieces inside. Interesting. Okay. Usually when I go walking on Tuesdays or Wednesdays, I do my my mile-long hikes. Lately, I've been bumping it up like 1 extra mile per week. I'm usually listening to her music while I walk. It's very soothing, very relaxing for the most part. Okay. That's cool. She sent me one of her logo stickers. And it looks like this feels different. It's another one of her stickers. Another one of her stickers. Aww. And she hand wrote me a little card here. And she put like a little white... I wonder how she made that. Like a little white bunny on there. You can see that. That's nice. Ahoy, Captain Lord Orfeo. I just want to say thank you so much for all of your support, and I really appreciate you. I'm looking forward to sharing more music with you. Hugs and potatoes, Janelle Navon. And here is her CD. So... I'll be looking forward to listening to this, and I also plan on pulling the music off of here and putting it onto my phone. I do occasionally go on longer walks in different areas, and sometimes my internet connection gets cut off, and so I can't listen to anything via YouTube. And so having music on my phone is great. But yes, thank you again everyone for being here. Paint marker? I don't know what paint marker means. Any walls alike, gotta go, do work now. See you next time, have a good night. Well, thank you, Creepy, I appreciate it. I appreciate you being here, appreciate the tips, appreciate the words, appreciate the donations, and the subs. Oh, the bunny. Paint marker. Maybe, I've never heard of a paint marker, so that could be it. At first I thought maybe it was whiteout. Like someone maybe just bubbled up whiteout and then waited for it to dry and then like drew on it with a mark or a pen. Very fine tip marker or something like that. But it could be something like a paint marker. Remember kids, your skeleton will always support you, even if you break it. True. So yes, thank you again to everyone here. It took us about 2 hours, but we did it. And thanks to everyone in chat, we were able to slightly tilt the scales, finally, after 4 playthroughs of beating Gwyn from being pure luck to only being mostly luck. We were able to do some learning and implement some strategy, and finally overcome Gwyn. Good battle. So closing thoughts on Dark Souls. I said earlier in the stream from earlier in the day that I have already rated Dark Souls. It is in our list of games completed on stream, and I gave it a perfect score. The same as Demon Souls. I think this game is absolutely fantastic. I like the map design, I like the graphics, I like the combat, I like the mythos, I like the miracles and the spells. I like the bosses for the most part. Even the bosses that are hard, I feel are cheap, like Bed of Chaos. I still think it's cool because it's gimmicky. I wish the run back were shorter, but it's still cool. I like how the story is not spoon-fed to you. How you sort of have to piece things together. I like reading the lore on the pieces of armor and on the weapons. I like the whole adventure of it. I think it's a lot of fun. And the game is also... It's shorter than it appears to be. Like, once you know what you're doing, and you're familiar with the game and how to overcome most of its challenges, you can beat it in like 1 or 2 days. It's not... I don't want to say it's not that hard, but it's not that long. It doesn't take that long to do. And that's pretty neat as well. So what's next for us? Tomorrow, starting at 2 p.m. U.S. Eastern, will be another RPG Afternoons session. But, as I said earlier, we are done with Dark Souls Remastered. So we'll be starting a new game. And the game we'll be starting is Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. On top of it being RPG Afternoons tomorrow is an especially special stream, in that it is a celebratory stream because our Twitch channel reached a milestone, it reached a goal, and we're going to have an 18-hour stream because of that. And so it looks like it's going to be all Dark Souls 2. Instead of the end of Dark Souls 1 and then into Dark Souls 2. So, it's going to be my first playthrough of Dark Souls 2, specifically Scholar of the First Sin. I've never played any Dark Souls 2, but the version we're going to be playing is Scholar of the First Sin. I only know 2 things about it. One, that you can wear 4 rings instead of 2. And I'm also going to look up the location of the various whips in the game. I want a whip to be my character's main weapon type. But aside from that, I know nothing. It's going to be a blind playthrough. It's going to be more blind than I did with this game. With this game, I started to get sucked in. I looked up information about the Covenants, and then I looked up information about divine weapons, and then I looked up information about the rings, and then I looked up information eventually about the Paladin armor set because I didn't know one existed until someone told me that it existed, and then I wanted to go for it, so I looked up information about that. So I didn't know much about Dark Souls 1 coming into it, but I knew more. Well, I can't say knew more at the beginning, but I knew more before the end of my first playthrough than I know about Dark Souls 2. I know very, very little about Dark Souls 2. The only other thing I know about Dark Souls 2 is it is not atop many Souls fans' favorite game list in the series. But we'll see what I think about that when we get to it. But yes, Dark Souls 1, fantastic game, great map design, fun areas, fun bosses, great weapons, cool shields, cool designs. I love the cosmetics, great storyline, cool characters. Yeah, I think the entire game was really, really well done. The only other thing I'll say about Dark Souls, and I think a lot of people say bad things about the map design in Dark Souls, and I kind of want to counter some of that sentiment. People say, I've heard people say that the first half of Dark Souls 1 is like a masterpiece, and then the game starts to fall apart after Ornstein and Smaug. And one reason they cite for that is the map design. Because before Ornstein and Smaug, it seems like the map just keeps wrapping around on itself. And it really is cool to see how the areas are connected one to another. And all the shortcuts you can take, especially if you have the Master Key. And I agree, that is really cool. And then people seem to really dislike the second half because the areas are so disparate. The Tomb of the Giants doesn't connect to anything else. Lost Izalith doesn't connect to anything else other than, its previous zone. The Duke's Archives don't connect to anything else. It's just only Anor Londo. The ruins of New Londo do connect to like 3 different places, but it's kind of hard to get to those 3 different places. Like, they connect to the Valley of Drakes, but first you have to open the floodgates. They connect to... Actually, they connect to the Valley of Drakes like twice. But to get to the other exit out into the Valley of Drakes, you need either the Master Key or you need the key from a top flight town. And of course it leads to the Firelink Shrine. But people don't like, I think, those areas not being connected to anything else. But I understand why that was done. That wasn't a mistake. That was intentional. That was a choice that the developers made. And that's because for the first half of the game, the player is really just learning. They're learning how to fight. They're learning what weapons they like to use. They're learning what miracles or spells or pyromancies that they prefer to use. It's about learning, and it's about becoming comfortable with what you're working with. That's what it's about. And really, Ornstein and Smaug is the test to see if everything that you've learned, everything that you've become accustomed to, up to that point, if you can focus it all in order to overcome that obstacle. And then once that happens, in a sense, that's like, okay, now you can really start to play the game. Like, now the tutorial is over. And instead of just being in this bubble, this sort of hub world, where things are sort of nestled around Firelink, and they expand a bit, but it's really just centered around Firelink, you go off to 4 distant locations to fight the 4 lords, which makes sense. Lord Nito is far off in the darkness, and Seath, the crystal dragon, is up atop a mountain inside of a library, and then you have the kings of New Londo tucked away way deep down in the abyss, and then you have the Bed of Chaos surrounded by lava off another far off location. And so when you think of Dark Souls, part of it has to be imagined. Even though you're seeing it, part of it has to be imagined, I feel. Like, I feel the game part of Dark Souls puts everything close to you, but if you were to make Dark Souls into, like, a manga, or into, like, a TV series, the distance between locations would probably be much, much greater. So, getting from, like, the Firelink Shrine to even the catacombs, like, you can do that in-game in minutes. And I feel like, in reality, that would probably take you at least a couple of hours. I would imagine that the path leading out of Firelink just leads into, like, this green field of grass, and it just goes on for quite some time until you start seeing, like, small little gravestones here and there, and then the gravestones start sort of clumping together. There's more of them, and then you just realize you've sort of wandered into a cemetery. And then from there, you notice the cliff and the winding path that leads down that takes you into the catacombs. And so I feel like that's really a much longer journey, but the game just kind of crunched it down to save the player time. And so I feel like when you go off to those 4 distant locations to go visit the 4 great lords like Grave Lord Nito and the Bed of Chaos, etc., etc., I feel like those are like, it's almost like you're going to the 4 corners of the earth. Not quite that far, but I feel like that's almost the extent of it. It's almost like you're going to, like, the 4 corners of the continent, I guess you could say. And so that's like a pilgrimage. That's a long, long journey. And so to me, it makes sense that it would take a long time, and that things wouldn't be connected together at the very end. And I'm okay with that. I appreciate that. I think that's a cool design choice. But I don't know how Dark Souls 2 is going to be. I gave a perfect score to Demon Souls. I give a perfect score to Dark Souls Remastered. We'll see how Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin holds up. I'm looking forward to it. And, what is that going to be? Like, I think it's going to be from 2 o'clock in the afternoon to like 8 o'clock in the morning we'll be streaming. I'm going to need a lot of coffee. But yeah, it's going to be a fun time. So, Fusion says, I will punish you if you look anything up. No, I promise, Fusion, I promise nothing beyond the whip locations. Let us give a little bow. Let's do a bow out. And then we'll do a prayer. And then one final praise the sun. I will miss Orfeo the Paladin, just like I miss Orfeo the Magician from Demon Souls. But tomorrow begins a new journey. Tomorrow we are reborn as Orfeo the Explorer. In homage to Castlevania, wielding a whip and relying on consumables to see our way through. Will we go for the Platinum Trophy in Dark Souls 2? I would like to think so. I would like to think that we are going to get the Platinum Trophy in all of the Souls games, but I don't know. People have said some very negative things about Dark Souls 2, and so we shall see. If we enjoy our playthrough as much as I've enjoyed Demon Souls and Dark Souls, then we'll go for it in Dark Souls 2. If not, well, then we'll enjoy Dark Souls 2 for what it is, and then we'll move on to Dark Souls 3. But yes, thank you again, everyone. And Brandon is here. Hey, Orfeo in chat, how's the stream going? It's going well, Brandon. We just beat Gwyn, Lord of Cinder. We beat the final boss. We did it. We beat 9 bosses in one day. We stacked the 2 streams together. I've probably been rambling for like 15 minutes. So what is that? 5, 6, 7. Took us about 7.5 hours overall to beat the last 9 bosses of the game. So, we did it, Brandon. We are finally finished entirely with Dark Souls Remastered. Tomorrow, a new adventure begins. Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. Well done, it's been fun watching. Thank you, Gamer Knight. I appreciate it. Congratulations again on the sub. And perhaps I will see you tomorrow sometime during the 18 hours we'll be live for Dark Souls 2. Brendan says, nice. I just completed all the tombs and on the way to complete the story, hopefully by tonight, and tomorrow it ends with final 3 DLCs. Yes, Brandon is in the process of beating Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Yes, thanks again, Creepy, for everything. Thank you, Fusion. Thank you, Marcusor. Thank you, Gamer Knight. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you, Lorelei, for being here earlier. Thank you, Ratika. Thank you again to the lurkers. I hope you had fun. And maybe I will see you again tomorrow, or maybe next Thursday. Next Thursday, we're probably still going to be playing Dark Souls 2. Unless we beat the game in 18 hours tomorrow. I don't think we're going to do that, though. But we'll see. Road to 24 hours, bit by bit, 2 hours at a time. Alright, I'm going to get some sleep so that I am refreshed for tomorrow's stream. Have a good one, everyone. See you then. Thanks again. Bye.